Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Teams, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx. And I am here to take care of the Geminis. Geminis, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Gemini as a sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So, y'all, I always have to, make sure that my camera is on check real quick. But anyway, quick shout out to my Patreon. That's where I have all exclusive content, and I do early access readings on there all the time. So if you don't feel like waiting for your reading, you can go and check on there and see what I posted, because most likely I've already posted a reading for your sign. All right, and this is the only time I'll make this announcement. I'm kind of going to revamp my YouTube readings. I may switch it up. I may not do all 12 signs monthly like individuals anymore, because I think it's time to kind of change. Not neglecting YouTube altogether. I'm still going to be uploading, but just figuring out what works better for me. All right, so just know that I might be taking a break from the regular monthly readings and doing some other stuff to, figure out what I want to do, my flow. All right, so I know that might be kind of sad, but it's sad for me too. So Gemini, with that being said, let's look at what you need to release at this time and what signs you'll be receiving from Spirit. Let's go ahead and flip over these cards. All right, so you had okay, Gemini, so you have surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So many of you are in the process of healing from something, whether it could be, like it says here, emotional, physical, or spiritual. And when you have triggers that come up, that means that there's an area of yourself that is not fully healed yet. And so it all depends on what you're doing to nourish that part of you. Okay, so something that still makes you sad or makes you angry. How are you nourishing that part? How are you showing yourself compassion and being able to really heal that side of you? You have surrender obsessive thinking. If you are obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So for some of you, there is some type of, you have the whole card mystery. A mystery that is really bothering you. Like there's some type of something you want to get the answers to, or you want to investigate in further. Something that just feels like in your life, it's like, you want to solve it. It reminds me of Virgo energy too, because Gemini and Virgo energy can be similar in that way. It's like when you have something in your mind, you're like, oh my gosh, I need this answered. I need to know. And, obsessively thinking about it can make you sick. So some things in life are just meant to be a mystery, and you're not meant to really know either at all or right now. You have 111. You are a magical creator. Your thoughts are beginning to manifest. So it's important that when you see the number 1, you're thinking a lot, but you're also manifesting. You're very high energy level right now, and you're very high and potent in manifesting. So you want to make sure that you're focusing on the things that you want to happen and training your mind to not become obsessive over things you don't want to happen. Not to say it's going to happen if you're thinking about it, but sometimes, you can just obsess over an outcome so much that, sometimes it happens. And that can be scary, especially if you struggle with any anxiety disorders and things like that. Or OCD, I struggle with OCD. So you might struggle with those types of things. And those things are separate, okay? That your anxiety, if you really struggle with serious mental illness and you have really strong irrational fears, those types of things are not going to interfere with what you're manifesting, okay? So it's a line right there. This is more so just those thoughts that you can kind of stop in their tracks, but you just continue to obsess over, and it takes time to use discernment and figure out which are which. But know that you're manifesting right now, and so it's important that you practice writing out the things you do want to happen, okay? So yeah, let's get into your reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node. Let's see what we got for you. I already shuffled before I started, so hold on. That was too many cards. What's the energy for Gemini right now? Pentacles. So again, a lot of cards. I can't see myself. It bothers me so much. When I have my mic on the camera, I can't flip the part up that I can see myself. I don't even know, like, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Gemini. What's the energy for Gemini right now? Moon card in reverse. Well, welcome to Pisces season. Moon card. Ooh. Y'all's energy is coming out quick. Okay, that Eight of Pentacles in reverse came out earlier. You got the Devil card here, Capricorn. What else we got? So your own thoughts and your own like lack of like clarity can cause you to make up scenarios in your head that have not happened yet. Is kind of what I'm getting, because you got the Moon card in reverse and then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You know, there's something about your path that is kind of hidden from you right now. Eventually, I do feel like it will become more clear, but you don't need to have all of the answers logically in order for you to move forward. Six of Swords in reverse. Some of you are getting stuck on the facts. Like you need, you know, it needs to logically make sense. You know, Gemini is an air sign. And if you have a lot of air in your chart, logically, if you're not able to put the pieces together, it can really make you obsessive. It can make you feel like, oh my God, I have to figure this out. And that's not necessarily true. Okay. Moving into Pisces season, you are going to have to lean more on your intuition and letting it guide you, and not having all of the solutions at hand, not knowing what to do, and trying not to let that distract you. Eight of Pentacles in reverse from the work that you have to do, because I do feel like your right now your focus is very much on finding answers, finding solutions, and if you're not able to do that, it's going to distract you. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is going to throw you off. It's going to make you feel trapped. Okay, let's look more at that Devil card. What's that about? What's the Devil card here for Gemini? Okay, some of you are Seven of Swords upright. Tell me more about the Devil card and the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? So logically, for many of you, you're dealing with the situation like I said, it just doesn't really make sense to you right now. And, you know, there's no way for you to figure out or fully understand why somebody did something to you. Possibly it could be, if this was like a betrayal, Seven of Swords, or it may be something in your family situation. Like, you can't figure out why. Why are these people treating me like this? Why did this happen? Why? You know, Page of Swords. Gemini energy is very curious, and Page of Swords is a very curious card. So you could just have like all these questions swirling around in your head. Why did they treat me like this? Why did this happen to me? Why is this not working? Why is my money not working? Why is this falling through? Okay, and it's important that you don't get caught up in the cycle of whys and whens and how. All right, so that's becoming very obsessive when you start to really think about, you know, you get stuck in this cycle, this endless loop of trying to figure it all out, and sometimes you just can't. You just can't. Logically, you cannot at this time. You got the Ten of Wands here, so something that has become a burden, or it feels like a burden for you at this time, and you're just trying your best to make it through without having all of the clarity in the world. Okay, anything else for Gemini? Before I started the reading, I was hearing the song Everything is Everything in my head. I think that's by Lauryn Hill, so look it up. Okay, what else for Gemini at this time? Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. Five of Cups. So wait, let me clarify Five of Cups real quick. Tell me about the Five of Cups. I think this is going to be a time period where you're just leaning more on your emotions. Anything else about the Five of Cups for Gemini? Two of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Judgment. So really just knowing that literally everything happens for a reason. And that's just what it is. Okay, there are some mysteries that are in your life right now that you just aren't going to fully get the clarity on. And, you know, Three of Swords in reverse, something that is still very much bothering you, like you haven't come to terms with fully, like, you know, like I just keep saying, why? That some of you might just be asking that to yourself a lot, like, why? Why did this happen? And, you know, it really bothers you that you can't figure it out, but the only thing you can do is just try to find acceptance in knowing that you may never know why. And that's the honest truth. Being very honest with yourself, Queen of Swords, and saying, okay, logically, this happened already. So the only thing that I can do is Two of Wands and Three of Wands is to just keep moving forward. There's no need for me to really be beating myself up about finding an answer or understanding why the situation took place or what somebody else was thinking in that process. Judgment card, you have to make a conscious decision to say, okay, I'm not going to be, you know, suffering over this anymore. I'm not going to be trying to find the answers from this person. Like, you know, this could be however you try to get information, whether that's asking people, it's getting readings, it's watching readings, it's obsessively watching readings, and you're just like, I need an answer. You actually don't. You don't actually need an answer as much as you might think you do. And that's why Spirit is kind of heavily implying that you heal instead of looking for answers outside of yourself, because when you heal, you know, closure is good and things making you understand why are good, but there's always going to be another why. Write that down. There's always going to be another why. Therefore, obsessively trying to figure out the answers to, you know, your first why, it's pointless, okay? Because that's not going to give you the true healing you need. That's not going to give you the true validation. And asking yourself, why do you want these answers so bad? Like, why do you need to know so bad why somebody did something? Is it going to change anything? Yes, it might give you a brief moment of clarity. That's awesome. But is it really going to change the dynamic within you? You know, there's work that you have to do as well. You have the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. So, you know, some situations had to fall through to show you what you need from other people, to show you rather what you'd rather have, the things that you actually need in a relationship. Okay, so that's a big why. Answer to that question. All right, so let's see what else we got for Gemini as advice. What else do we have for Gemini as advice at this time? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Aquarian energy, healing. Tell me more for Gemini as advice. Devil card. Got Libra here. Why is the Devil Judgment card? Tell me about the Devil card again. So strong Capricorn showing up in your spread. The Devil card, Five of Pentacles. Some of you have like a very strong abandonment wound, and you feel like getting answers to certain things or obsessing over certain things will bring you the peace you're looking for, but not necessarily. Okay, so it's really looking at what parts of yourself become obsessive. Devil energy is all about your obsessive energy, your mental obsessions, your, you know, when you get caught up in a lot of negative thinking, those thoughts that you can break and put a boundary between yourself and say, okay, I'm not going to obsess about this all day. Making a conscious choice not to do that. Five of Pentacles could be obsessing over what is missing in your life or what you've lost. And that becomes a downward spiral when you focus on that, and that's closing you off to other possibilities and other opportunities with the Four of Cups. Okay, again, taking your time to heal with this Aquarian energy and understanding like what you really need to pour back into yourself, and if finding certain answers to your questions are really you healing, or is it just putting a band-aid on that pain, on that energy where you really need to figure out what's going on. Within you, you have the Ace of Cups and you have the Queen of Cups as your advice. So, you know, feeling your way through this, all of your emotions, like You know, like I said, if you have a lot of air in your chart, we got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you could have just a lot of air, a lot of logic. You're a very logical person. You need things to make sense and click on a mental level. And when they don't, you become like, oh my God, I need this. So it's important that you tune into your emotions and ask yourself, what do you need emotionally to feel better? Not as much logically, finding that balance, okay? Before you're able to move forward. We also have Scorpio and Cancer here. Judgment card again. And, you know, what can you do to reinvent yourself in a new way and bring yourself back to life? Put life back into you. What's going to bring you back up? Because I feel like a lot of you have spent a lot of energy over here in the, you know, worrying stage and the whys and what happened back there, when you need to be moving forward and saying, okay, this already happened. I don't know why. I will never know what somebody's process was. And even if they told me, I would still doubt it. Most likely, you know, you never know if people are telling you the truth or not. So therefore, just find your own truth. Move forward in your own faith and your own confidence. Ace of Swords. The mental clarity you need for your own path is coming. But don't worry becoming obsessive about what somebody else did to you and why they did it, because that's not going to help you heal. Even if you know why, if you find out why, okay, you have to try to move forward without getting your answers. Okay, so that's the advice for Gemini. Now let's move on to love. What's the overall energy for Geminis in love, please? What's the overall energy for Geminis in love? Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You need to get more clear. Clear out that mental clutter, Gemini. Very soon. And you have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So for many of you, you're getting to know a new person, or you're getting to know somebody in a new way. But it's important that you become more clear, because the energy is very mixed signal like. So when you send mixed signals to the universe, you will get mixed signals back. You will get confusing people. You will get people that you don't really want, especially in regards to love, because your thoughts might be all over the place. So you need to write it out, ground yourself, write down the things you absolutely do want. Don't write down. If you write down your fears, burn them under the full moon. We have a full moon on February 27th. Okay, and Virgo. So let's see, what's the advice for single Geminis? Four of Swords. Just rest. King of Wands. One more card for advice. Page of Wands. Okay, fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. What about those dealing with somebody or in a relationship? Gemini. Justice card again. Libra. Ten of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. So your advice for if you're single is to really just find peace. Take your time to rest, rejuvenate. It's very important that you still your mind. You practice some type of meditation. You practice grounding exercises. King of Wands and the Page of Wands. So the page is the start, and then it goes up to the king. So just doing things that make you feel very confident. This could be just solely focusing on your hobbies and the things that bring you joy and passion. So you'll feel a lot more confident as you move forward. Okay, and just finding that peace and finding the things that you like to do that are exciting for you. Okay. For those of you who are in relationships or dealing with somebody, I do feel like this is a connection that can be very long lasting and strong. You have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Libra here with the Justice card, and just, thinking about the future and thinking about the foundation of the relationship, how you can build upon it. Wheel of Fortune, there could be some up and downs in the connection, things that are unpredictable. But for many of you, you are dealing with somebody that this connection is going to be one that lasts for a very, very long time. Long-term committed relationship, could even be marriage. Here, this is where it's heading with the Justice card and the Four of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Very strong union energy that you're heading towards. But just kind of having to ride the waves right now and deal with whatever life throws at you. All right, so that's what you got, Gemini. There's your reading. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If this reading resonated for you, let me know that in the comments down below. Happy Pisces season. Again, I need to figure out some stuff in my life, figure out the flow of this channel, and we're going to just keep it moving, all right? I love you, Gemini. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.